All right, thank you very much. Happy to get those people to go out there. What's your name on this people?
Hello, my name is Andrew Olszewicki, and I'm auditioning for the role of Frasier Crane. Hello, callers. I'm listening. I'm kidding. Just want to warm you up a little bit, folks. If I may. Hello, folks. I'm Andrew, and I've come here tonight, once again, after another open mic night I was at many months ago, to talk to you about a topic that, oddly enough, you are presently participating in. Listening! Now, I know that my last statement sounds very humorous, but as my mom says, it would be funnier if it wasn't true. But the idea here is for me to prove something I've been saying, that just because it is funny doesn't mean it isn't true. And that has many extensions to what I'm getting at. First one of the issues I've come to notice, and in the collective works of the late comedian Robin Williams, is that even though nearly everything he said in his comedy routines and movies and so forth was funny, it was at least 80% of the time to a degree of 80 to 90% of the time accurate. In other words, without very much, if any, exaggeration. An example of this can be seen in the movie Man of the Year, when the lady trying to warn Mr. Williams' character about the computer glitch that has messed up the voting process in the movie, and her cell phone then goes dead, she goes to the store and tries to get a charger for it, and they say they don't sell it anymore because it's a year old. And given the establishment I'm presently speaking in is pro-political, which I understand means they support people's right to vote, and I have a say in their government, and that the movie just mentioned is about a comedian who gets elected to be president. I hope that in addition to any humor you will also see is the irony, since I've come to feel that one of the biggest issues facing the comedian Robin Williams' depression since no other people would take him, was that even though most people wouldn't, no one really came to take him seriously because everything he said sounded funny, and that probably added to his illnesses at the end of his life, because as I see here, it seems to me he tried to make a difference. The point being that while each of you have seen people like me talk about such things in manners that can be either funny, serious, plain, or even a mix of those emotions, a lot of other people don't think about the truth behind these statements, and those who do don't continue to think about them as I do, let alone continue to be bothered by them, which means they can have which can then lead to the positive outcome of helping to remedy the situation for people in the future. And on a somewhat related note, it can be a lot like the abnormal things often mentioned in shows like Ripley's, believe it or not, in the sense that the reason I say most people won't learn why something like that is true is because they are afraid to find out, because they may find a truth they don't want, in the sense that it is either very disturbing or a faith breaker, as I put it, or because they are too disturbed by the idea to try. Also, those who could figure things out like that, the first fictional character that comes to my mind would be Tony Shalhoub's character, Adrian Monk, from the series Monk. But for those of you who never saw the series Monk, he would only try if he was made to do so by the police he worked for. So I ask you to remember that while people like me, who have various forms of autism, and like Monk also have OCD, while obsessing over something can be dangerous, it can also help to keep others from having to do so again in the future. So to get back to my point and conclude on my point, my mom says it'd be funnier if it wasn't true, but as I've just shown, just because it is funny doesn't mean it isn't true. So please keep that in mind next time you come across a joke or a point regarding something like that. Please don't write it off as just nonsense, even if it seems far-fetched. It could be an eye-opener to others. So to conclude, I'd like to present each of you with the opportunity to vote on the next speech I write from one of these events, so as to show you how being pro-political can be good, especially when it comes to voting, and also show you how my voting method, which you see on the table over there on the sheet, can be used better than most others. And please note that I will make another brief announcement after the next performance, or one after that, after I've tallied the votes, and keep in mind that I may do some of them in a different order if some of them can be put in a better context based on the time of the year they are being provided. Thank you, and until next time, in the words of the great comical Canadian character, Red Green, keep your stick on the ice.
Nice.